Well, James, one of the first questions I've got to ask, you must have been as surprised as anybody to see Nick walking from the field with a red card.
Yeah, I suppose it's one of those things. Everyone saw the screen afterwards, and there was I think there was a boot to the head, and the powers that be will deal with that now. That's not really for us, but you can only say as a player on the pitch at that time, as soon as you see the red card go up, you think, you can't help it. You think, oh God, when we're going to be in for a long afternoon now. That's just the way it goes. But then immediately you snap into recovery mode of, right, what can we do now? What do we do different? Change the percentages of the game. We really wanted to have a go at them today with the ball in hand, and immediately you think, right, well, that's got to go out the window from deep, and get out of there. And it's all about trying to adapt on the pitch, and you haven't got a lot of time because stoppages only last 5-10 seconds, and you're suddenly trying to work out who's going to go there from the scrum and what to do. And ultimately, our backs were against the wall from that point on.
Pretty effective decision making in the first half, because that was a pretty incredible scoreline to be 12-10 in front at the break.
Yeah, it was. It was. The guys really dug deep, and it was one of those things. You're playing against a very good side at their home ground on a good surface, and you can feel them trying to pile the pressure onto us. But I thought everyone adapted really well in the game, and there was a lot of gutsy performances from the guys that were remaining on the field. And as you said, up to half time, you're in there at half time going, this could be something pretty, in yourself, this could be something pretty special. Let's not get ahead of ourselves, but you're sat in there at half time on an even Steven type of game, 40 minutes to go. You can't help but think, God, if we could pull this out of the bag. It's a long second half. There's a lot of rugby still to go, but certainly the first half, the doggedness that everyone's showed, especially after last week where it was the opposite. There was no dog at all out on the pitch. So for the guys to do that up until half time was a very good effort, and ultimately the pressure told. They piled it on and broke us down. They just grind us down, and we were all trying to cover for each other. If someone missed a tackle, everyone else was then piling in, and that pressure did tell in the end, and they ran away with it.
It was in the end, as you said, because it seemed to take a little bit of time to work out how they were going to squeeze that extra man around the outside.
Yeah, exactly, and certainly first half, we really did have them up against the ropes. I'm sure in their change room at half time they'd have said, no panic, there's a bit of wind out there and whatever else, but we did what we had to do. We made it as tight a contest as we could for as long as we could, and you can't look at that in the second half and go, well, wasn't that bad. It's more a case of them breaking us down, and yes, the odd decision could have been a little bit better here and there, and their defence was very good. When we did get into decent attacking field position, we were losing yards in attack, and I don't know if that's because we were overcommitting to the breakdowns, because we're concerned of the extra number factor. I'm not sure. We'll have a look at that, but certainly the attitude was there from the guys. But at the end of the day, it's another heavy defeat, and we've got another very tough game next week in Northampton.